Okay, so guys, let's go through the marking rubric. Then I'm just going to forward one to that over there. Okay, so you can see over here for the marking rubric. Okay, you get no marks, guys, if you don't do the question. So if you don't do the question and you write nothing, then I can't give you any marks. If you write something that's relevant, so if it's irrelevant, like the rain in Spain, the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain, then I can't give you any marks for that because it's not relevant. But if you write something that's relevant, I can at least give you 1 or 2 marks, which might help to push you through if you're struggling. Okay, so write something, do something at least. It's better than nothing. Okay, then a fail is the recommendation is impossible to action and the plan is insensitive to the parameters of the MyFM system as listed on the brief. Okay, so you could say over here that what we're going to do is we're going to close the radio station down. That's what we need to do, just close the radio station down. How is that going to, it is possible to action, but how is it in any way or shape or form going to save the radio station from, from not existing anymore? So that would be a bad recommendation. So I know it's a bit of a silly example, but, excuse me, that would be a bad recommendation. Okay, so let's have a look then at a pass. The recommendation is possible to action, will contribute to turning the business around, but the plan is not considered the parameters of the MyFM system. Okay, so in that instance over there, you would say, well, just fire the station manager because the station manager is the problem. So it is also possible to action, but you're going to be, costing a dude his job. That's the first thing. And the second thing is also, he has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of legacy, a lot of history around the radio station. Could you imagine how you could incorporate him into the brand stories you could tell about the station and about the community? So what would be a better idea would be to sit with him and say to him, can we convince you to modernize your ideas and come on board? We'd love to include you, and then somehow talk sense to him. If he's a sentient and lucid and intelligent human being, which I'm sure he is with his years of experience, you could actually use him to help you create a better radio station that connects better with the community. So keep that in mind. That would be a better recommendation. So in terms of then your distinction, the recommendation is possible to action, will contribute to turning the business around. And then either the plan is not considered the parameters of the MyFM system, or there is some other limitation, which we'll look at on the next page. But if you can see over there, so let's say, for example, you say, let's keep the station manager. Let's not sell the radio station or close the radio station down. Let's also then involve your journalists and your hosts and get them to create stories. That would be a great suggestion. But you failed to mention that you could also involve the volunteers who are in the community who really love the radio station. So you can see it's a good answer, but it's not a perfect answer as such, and that is going to give you full marks in terms of what you could get, for making the full suggestion, which is related to section 4. Full marks recommendation is actionable and will contribute to turning the business around, and the plan is sensitive to the parameters of MyFM. So you make a great suggestion around how they can create brand stories that involve the station manager and pull in the hosts and the journalists, that involve the community, and also pull in your volunteers, and you then sell that package or that idea to an advertiser and say, this is what you're buying. You're buying into our brand story, and that brand story is going to allow you to then communicate your brand story to our community, and we're going to be working together in conjunction with each other. And in so doing, what you do is you create a strong triangular link between the radio station, your brand, whatever that's going to be, and then of course the community, which is a really clever way of doing things. And then you're looking at really high marks for your answer. Okay, so guys, let's have a look at the bottom over here in terms of convincingness. Okay, or that's a terribly bad English word, but anyway. Okay, so you can see it would either be unconvincing if the source used is either credible, not credible, or relevant to the recommendation. So, guys, the point of the second slide over here is that you can make a great suggestion, but your source could be bad. So let's say, for example, you say, you know, you put all the systems in place. Keep the radio station manager, get him to buy into the legacy, work with the hosts and DJs to create a story, involve the community, and the source we're using for this is the Oxford English Dictionary. That is an example of, so you're going to lose marks. I'm like, well, where's your sourcing? Okay, you can see the second one over there. The benefit is not convincing. It would be unconvincing if the source uses either not credible or relevant to the recommendation. So guys, your sourcing is also going to affect you. You can come up with some brilliant suggestions and ideas, but if your source is bad, that you're quoting from, the academic source that you're quoting from is bad, that's going to bring your mark down. So what you need is need to hit the trifecta, as they say in the races or in gambling. Okay, you need to have all the systems in place. So you need to come up with great suggestions if you wanted to get 100% for the assignment. Great suggestions, plus really, really good academic sources, so that I sit there and marvel in awe of your answer and say, well, I just have to give you a brilliant mark. And that's how that goes. So I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you guys in class. Cool. Okay, take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.